Now, a local flight attendant says that he recently worked 2 flights in which detained children were on his plane. He saw them with ICE agents, and he says one of the children was crying. So he made a pledge for future flights he was assigned to work, and he spoke with Fox 4's Alex Boyer, who continues our coverage. Alex.
Heather, we caught up with Hunt Palmquist as he was preparing to leave for the airport. He says that these encounters with immigrant children on board those 2 flights happened weeks ago, and he's been shaken ever since. He vows to remove himself from any future flight where he says children are being separated from their families.
When I saw it, I immediately knew, and my only regret is that I didn't decide not to take that assignment.
Dallas-based flight attendant Hunt Palmquist says he's traumatized by what he saw on 2 recent flights to San Antonio and McAllen. Immigrant children between 4 and 11 years old without any other family being escorted by ICE agents to a relocation site.
One little boy was crying, but wasn't moving, and his mouth was closed, and tears were running down his face. I couldn't get it out of my mind. I couldn't get those faces out of my mind.
Those unsettling flights prompted Palmquist, who has been a flight attendant for 29 years, to write this opinion piece posted by the Houston Chronicle Tuesday. It's entitled, "I Won't Work Flights That Separate Immigrant Kids from Families."
No child should have to go through that, and I felt almost as if I was a collaborator in carrying out this policy that I don't believe in, and is certainly anti-family values to me.
Palmquist's story has been shared thousands of times. He says other flight attendants have reached out to him, thanking him for taking a public stand.
It's just a national tragedy, and it's immoral. It's against everything I am as an American.
Palmquist is glad President Trump has since signed the executive order halting the separation of families. Still, he believes the fallout from the zero tolerance policy is far from over.
I'm skeptical. I'm, I don't really know if any change will happen. I don't know how they're going to get these kids back together with their families.
Palmquist tells me he plans to speak to a counselor about the emotions that have surfaced ever since these 2 fateful flights. And Heather, he tells me, though, that pales in comparison to what these immigrant children have already endured.